The motion was tabled in the House by opposition Member of Parliament Bishop One Edgil. Originally, it sought to have all members of the National Assembly make public their tax returns to the Guyana Revenue Authority for the past 10 years.
Mr. Speaker, it is my hope that all of us in this Honorable House do fill up our income tax forms every year and we submit them at the due time. And if we all fill it up and we all submit it, then there's really nothing to hide. Because we have to declare in this form, sir, at number 22, all rents, royalties, premiums, and any other profits arising from property in Guyana or elsewhere. So in this form, we don't have to have a SARU. This form would help us to know exactly who got what and where they got it.
The government argued that the original motion was redundant since it sought to force members to do what the existing laws already require them to do, which is file their annual income tax return. This, according to Prime Minister Moses Nagamootoo, had been a mischievous undertaking.
The mischief of this motion is to be able to open the floodgate for some to escape the net of scrutiny and accountability as they could have escaped, because the president does not pay tax either. So if you were a president before, you didn't have to declare. And therefore, not only once, but twice, the fish is allowed to run the net. So where is all this protestation of clean hands? Where some hands must be clean and other hands must be hidden?
Opposition leader Dr. Bar Jagdeo told the House that the motion which was brought by his party ought to have been approved without any amendments. He said amending the motion virtually changed things in favor of the government members of the House. Mr. Jagdeo and Bishop Edgil pleaded with the House to withdraw the amended motion, but the Speaker ruled that the proposed withdrawal could only be facilitated with the consent of the government's side. That did not happen. Mr. Jagdeo also took the Prime Minister to task.
Mr. Speaker, if a person brings his bank book, he brings it. I don't know, Mr. Speaker, what correlation the bank book of the Honorable Prime Minister that been showing the House has with how much he declares to GRA. There is absolutely no correlation, because what he has in the bank might be different than what's declared at GRA. So why is he coming to this House and showing us a bank book as though that is evidence of his integrity?
The Prime Minister, who is also leader of government's business in the House, said the opposition leader was trying to mislead the House. At that time, the PPP rose up from their seats and walked out of the House.
Your Honor, we had stated what is the state of the law and what is the state as regards the motion that the government would not knowingly subscribe to the undermining of our law. And if we did so, the motion is inviting us to do something that will constitute the undermining of the rule of law, undermining of provisions of law already in our statutes. And it is, for me, a criticism or an attack on the government.
Minister of Natural Resources and the Environment, Raphael Trotman, said that the motion was asking the House to break the laws, then pass a law to make that which is illegal legal. Further, he argued that it was not about the amount earned by a member of the House for the past 10 years, as cited in the opposition's motion, but rather it is all about transparency and accountability in public office. Royden James, HGP Nightly News.